Unless they're doing a dance.
Right.
What are you allergic to?
Hey, guys, what you allergic to? Come on, bring it on.
It's some like Nick Jr. level of teaching stuff.
Right. Little Bill just popping up. He's like,
My boy Franklin comes out,
my boy Franklin.
drops the hottest line of 2021
Hey,
to teach you Japanese.
He's like, hey, it's Franklin. Guess what, yo? He's got like a hat on backwards and sunglasses on.
His little hat's on backwards.
Yeah.
His shell's all graffitied up.
And he takes his bandana and he turns it around and pulls it up a little bit. And he looks like a bandana.
Little bears in the corner with his sunglasses on and a
Little
DJ
bear.
table. Welcome back to BakaTaka. Another rounding week of anime, weep crap. We've missed a few weeks. We're missing a couple people.
We're now missing a few weeks.
Yeah.
Everyone who's supposed to be here is here.
We've tragically lost a couple of our members.
Yeah. It was very tragic.
Jeff had a baby.
That was tragic.
George has a job.
That's very tragic.
So it's just me and Chase here. The one's also with jobs, but still doing this.
But can still manage to come and hang out and do BakaTaka.
Yeah. So here we are. BakaTaka, just the two of us. What's going on, Chase?
Baka2O. Nothing much. Let me fix this.
We're going to have to fix our
Yeah.
mics as we go because we're going to be leaning back and forth. I wanted to make sure my phone was on silent.
As you noticed when you walked in here, I got one of those Nintendo Switch lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right over there off camera.
Yep. I was always, whenever I first saw these things and when they announced them, I was just like, why? And then I thought of, oh, okay, it's the 2DS thing. You know,
How long have they been out?
those things have been out for 2019, 2018, something
Okay,
like
because
that.
I remember they announced it was like Sword and Shield.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was like around the same time they announced Sword and Shield.
Yeah. And I was very curious. I knew these things are only going to get more expensive, you know, the longer I wait or whatever. So I was just like, all right, let me just get one real quick. And so I got one and I got Monster Hunter also. Hold it in my hands, right? I'd never seen one of these before.
Yeah.
Hold it in my hands. I'm looking at it. I'm feeling it. I'm just like, oh, I get it. It's not as heavy. It's lighter. Switch light.
Yeah.
Right. The Joy-Cons don't feel like they're going to fall off or anything, which they don't really feel like that on the normal Switch. But there's a little bit of, it just kind of feels like you're holding separate things or whatever.
Right.
You're holding things that are attached to a screen. This one doesn't feel like that. It's very light. The buttons actually feel good to hit.
Yeah, I was messing with it earlier. The triggers felt really nice.
Screen's smaller. I don't think it's as good quality. I think it's supposed to be like a smaller build kind of version or whatever. But everything all around it, I'm just like, man, this is cool.
Right.
Because it makes me think of like an actual, because it's an actual handheld this time. It's not a hybrid console like the normal Switch.
Yeah.
So like holding it and everything, it's just like, oh, okay. I see the Switch now more as a handheld than other, like, more of a console kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's still doing the console quality stuff though. So it's reminding me of the No Games Vita, that thing.
Rest in peace, Vita. Did you see they're closing down the
They're down
PlayStation
everything.
3 store, PlayStation Vita store, and PSP store?
How will I ever play Phantasy Star Portable 2?
You can buy it still.
Yeah, but there's like one copy on eBay and they're selling it for like $70.
I mean, you can buy the digital.
I have the digital.
Yeah, then you're good.
But
So they're going to have the store open still that you can download anything from your library.
Yeah,
You just can't buy anything new.
But I don't know. I'll download
But
it.
back to the Switch though.
Yeah.
I want to ask, like, the quality on it?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I know when I undock I've been having this problem with Monster Hunter Rise, but when I undock it and play handheld, it looks like there's like jagged lines. It looks like there's multiple lines. It kind of looks blurry. It kind of hurts my eyes.
Gotcha. Kind of like hey, let me play it in handheld mode kind of thing or whatever.
Does Switch Lite look like that?
I don't know. I haven't really dove into it too much because I got it last night or whatever.
Oh,
so it's like, yeah.
You're no expert.
Yeah.
You just have one.
And I'm also blind, so
But
I didn't even play Monster Hunter really. I got all the way up to a point where a cutscene stopped, and like my character's talking to like the chief or whatever. So I'm like, okay, put it in sleep mode. Let me go do like other stuff or whatever.
Right. Okay.
So.
I got you.
But yeah, I like it. I got the yellow one. Yep. Cool, awesome color version.
Was that the only color?
No, they have the pink one, the blue one, the black one. Have you seen them? Or no? No. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, there's like a coral pink one, there's like a teal blue one, and there's a black one, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think they've also come out with some special editions or whatever.
The black one looked a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like as if you had a Switch with black controllers pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I was like, oh, a yellow handheld? Oh, you say less. I'm getting that one.
I mean, I've seen yellow Game Boy Colors way back in the day.
So
I know.
Real talk, we got Game Boy Colors for Christmas one year. Our uncle got them for me, Chris, and Corey. So
Right.
the older three. They were handed it to us at random, so we didn't know which color we were getting. And we opened it up. Chris gets the green one. Corey gets the blue one. I get the yellow one.
Oh.
Blue was my favorite color at the time.
Right.
I'm looking, I'm just like, can we trade? And he's just like, yeah, sure, man. But I look back at it now, I'm just like, man, the yellow one's so much cooler than it. The blue one looks kind of like dark. It's like
I didn't like the dark blue that they used.
Yeah, it was just kind of like a ugly blue.
Yeah.
Well, not ugly, but like stinky looking blue.
When you said green one, was it a like the lime green?
Yes, the
Because
lime green.
that's the Game Boy Color I had. My first Game Boy Color was the lime green one.
I think Chris still has his, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I had mine until a few years ago, and then I think I got rid of it.
Yeah, mine was beat up because like the little plastic that holds the battery pack on it.
Yeah.
Every kid breaks.
Oh
that
yeah,
off.
yeah. I didn't even have mine.
Yeah. So like half the Game Boys you see, like their batteries are exposed.
Yeah.
So that's what happened to mine. And then my second Game Boy was the clear one. It was like the purple shade.
Oh,
so you can, So you
yeah.
can see like all the inside of it.
That's like that was pretty much like the flagship Game Boy Color, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Because that was the one that would be in the advertisements and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I had that one. My very first Game Boy was not the fat Game Boy, but the mini Game Boy,
Okay.
dark green.
Yeah.
I got that with Pokemon Blue. That's where it all started.
Pokemon Blue.
Yeah.
I didn't play Pokemon Blue until after I played like Sapphire and Fire Red.
Yeah, they bought me. So I saw it in a magazine. Jeff was like, "Hey, check this out," because we had like Nintendo Power magazine.
Right.
And I was like, "Hey, that looks really cool. I want it." So I hounded my parents enough, and they finally got it for me. I couldn't figure out how to get past the guy sleeping because I didn't think to go to the mart to get the parcel to deliver to Oak.
Oh.
So he doesn't let you pass. So I was like, well, I can't do anything. This game sucks. So I gave it to Jeff. Jeff played it a lot. I finally got it back, and then it went downhill from there. But yeah, that's how the Pokemon adventure started. And that was the first Game Boy I had, and then I got every Pokemon after that. Got Game Boy Colors. I got a Game Boy Advance. Which Game Boy Advance did you have?
I had which one did I have? Which one did I have? I think I had a white one.
Mm-hmm. You had the like spread one, like the Switch, where it was like the fat one where you hold, kind of like how you hold a Switch.
Oh yeah, normal
the original Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, I had, if I'm not mistaken, I had a white one. Yeah, I had a white one because I didn't have it very long before I got an SP. Because me and my brothers all got an SP and we all got the silver one.
Yeah.
Which,
I had a silver SP.
Yeah.
So I had the silver SP, and then Jeff and I think we only had one Game Boy Advance that he got, and it was a white one, but it was also like a little clear-ish. It was like
the blue clear.
Kind of. It was like milky looking, right?
Yes.
Like so you couldn't see like directly into it like the Game Boy Color, but like they can kind of see into it. We had
that's the one Chris had.
Yeah.
And Corey had the purple one, the one that looked like a GameCube.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then we got SPs. I got a silver one. I think Jeff got a silver one too. I don't remember.
Yeah, it seems like everyone got a silver one.
I think Jeff had a silver one. I got like a red one or something. I don't remember. I think I got an off-color one.
Oh, you getting mixing it up.
Yeah,
the color.
I'm pretty sure. And then I had the Game Boy attachment for the GameCube.
Yes, the one that goes up to the bottom.
Yeah, it goes underneath of it, and then it's got a Game Boy reader on it.
Yeah,
I had that thing. That was fire.
Nice. then the DS would come around. Well, I mean,
Did you get any other the Game Boy Advance variants? Because there was like the micro.
got the micro. I think I got that after DS though.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, because they were on sale or something like that. And I was just
'cause
like, oh,
Big Cat has a micro, and he found it the other day.
really?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, micros were like, you look at the thing, and it's just like, man, this thing's like tiny. It's like tiny still today.
It looks like a. It looks like a belt buckle.
Yeah, it's like a belt buckle. Yeah.
It looks like a belt buckle.
And it's got like, 6 buttons on it and D-pad, and it's just like, wow.
And it's super tiny screen.
Yeah, the screen's like the size of a
it looks like the camera.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
camera
yeah. It
screen.
looks like the camera.
Yeah.
It's smaller than that actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like they were so cool looking, but there was just like, by the time they came out, it was just like, okay, like the DS is out, so it's just like.
I remember they were so small. Some people actually like brought them into school, and you can like have it down in your lap, and like you could barely see the thing.
Right, yeah.
So
get the camo one,
yeah,
because you can change out the plates on them.
Yeah, you can do that.
And then after that, it was the DS, or I don't know if the micro came out after. It felt like they were the same time.
I think they were the same time. It's just like nobody had micros. You only got one if you're like an enthusiast of it, or you just thought they were really cool. Yeah,
it's pretty much like when they came out with the super slim PlayStation 1. You remember that thing? Yeah, where it's just like what? It's not this giant box thing.
This super box thing with like these weird circles on it.
Yeah.
Like, what?
But yeah, it's when the DS came out, I think it was I got the Nintendogs one that came with it. So I got this like teal DS. It's kind of like a baby blue teal kind of DS.
I think when the DS came out, I think Jeff and I were falling out of the Game Boy stuff.
Oh, handhelds?
Yeah, because at the time we were doing like a lot of emulator stuff. So if we wanted to play something, we would just emulate it.
Right.
But I don't think we went through the start of the DS era. Yeah. I don't think we got a DS until DS Lite.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So you didn't even have the like shell one.
Yeah, I don't think we had the big DS or like the DSi or anything. We just had the DS Lite.
I know me and George still have our first ones that we ever had. He had the original silver one, and I had the teal one. I dropped mine running into church one time, and one of the hinges to hold it on is loose, so you can slightly tilt up this top screen or whatever. It just doesn't really line up in place right.
Does it still work?
Oh yeah, it works fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
I never knew like how the black magic works on it, how they're connected to
it. I was just like, I was looking at it and I was like looking through it, and I'm just like, I can literally see there's nothing in between here.
Yeah.
Where's it connected at? Is it this side?
Yeah. Like how does this stupid thing work?
Yeah. So, but I mean, I still have the original one. The Game Boy or the DS Lites came out. Those ones were really cool looking.
Yeah.
They just looking at them and feeling them. It's just like, ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I got the black one of that. DSi came out. Did you ever get that one? One with the cameras on it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, got that one because that one had the internal store on it.
Yeah, okay.
It was the first one with the store on it.
Yeah, I think that's. I think we had a DSi because that's the one that was easily crackable. Because people found some workarounds with apps on the store.
Oh, okay, like to hack it.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I guess like jailbreak it if you want to put in that kind of term.
You're like crackable, and I'm just like, you can break it easily.
Yeah. So I think there was a workaround. It's like there was an app. It was a stupid app that let you break the security of it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Because like I remember on the 3DS, which we'll get to, it was a Sudoku app. It was like a 25-cent Sudoku app that let you crack your 3DS.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's just stupid things like that.
Yeah.
But I think we had a DSi and we had a DS Lite. I think Jeff got them because he was cracking them.
You're just like, look what I can. Like, I'm hacking you back in time.
Like, I have the power now, kind of deal. So we got.
He did it to feel like a god.
Yeah, pretty much. Jeff always goes through phases where he wants to crack a system.
Oh yeah.
And then just like get a bunch of stuff. Like he did it with the 360. He did it with a bunch of DSs. He's done it with phones. He just does it.
Yeah, I could never do it with like a console because I feel like whenever you hack something, it feels kind of like you're breaking it, and it's just like, well, I mean, like I don't want to ruin it. I want to keep it in good condition. And so it's just like it felt like it was kind of like dirtying it.
I did the same thing with my 3DS. So like I backed up the entire 3DS on another SD.
Right.
And then I just cracked one and then had one that was normal. So
there you go.
Because I didn't want to screw something up.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Did you? So let me see. The DSi XL came out after that. I never got one, but Nathan got one because of his meaty hands. Because he couldn't really hold like a normal DS. He's just like, this is perfect.
Yeah, I never got one.
And then after that, it would have been the 3DS.
I didn't get the original 3DS. I didn't get a 3DS until I got a 2DS with Pokemon Y.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, I don't really care too much about the 3D functionality of it.
Let me tell you, that blue teal color that the 3DS came out on, that's a cool color. That's I like that blue.
I remember that.
That BakaTaka blue. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing those. I never got the original 3DS.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got the 2DS.
I got one because I got one after I think I got that because I was looking forward to Phantasy Star Zero coming out on the DS and Phantasy Star Portable coming out on the PSP.
Right.
And I was just like, well, I want something new to be able to play Phantasy Star Zero on it.
Yeah.
So I got that. Didn't play Phantasy Star Zero.
I do that so many times.
Played Portable though because Portable is in the Phantasy Star universe. So, and that's the Phantasy Star that I like to play. I'm not a big fan of like base Phantasy Star or whatever. So, but Phantasy Star universe, I'll play that all day.
Right.
Yeah.
I got when I got the 2DS, I thought it was cool at first, but the more I used it, I hated the design of the 2DS.
It wasn't very comfortable to hold.
So it was just like a long board.
Yeah. It was.
So it's like you're holding it like this kind of deal, where like your thumbs are straight and all.
It's like
that.
you're holding a coaster, basically.
Yeah, it just felt awkward. And then the way they designed it, it wasn't like a straight like block piece.
Right.
It was angled.
A slight angle on it.
So it was like the top was fat, for like the triggers and the screen.
Yeah,
and
push
then
the buttons
skinnier
out
at the
a bit.
bottom. And then the stylus was this fat piece of garbage that never stayed in the hole. So the stylus was always slide out.
Craig got a 2DS, and I was just like, I don't like this or whatever. But I mean, I never used the 3D on the 3DS because I can't use it. But
yeah, I mean, same thing. I was like, I don't want to use a 3D, so I got a 2DS.
Yeah.
I hated like the design of it and using it, but I loved playing Pokemon at the same time. So I probably used the thing for like 200, 300 hours.
Right.
So,
like, yeah, there were some good games on the 3DS. I think I played mostly like the the Smash Brothers that came out on that and the Mario Kart. I think those are the two things that I played the most.
Played a little bit of the Mario Kart because it was cool because you just get online and race people.
Yeah.
And then you start getting all these crazy Japanese people, and you're like, well, this isn't fun anymore. I'm just gonna go back to racing computers.
We did that when the DS one came out.
Yeah,
too.
Jeff and I did the same thing.
Yeah. Because that was when the DS Mario Kart came out. That was the party game.
Yeah.
You go over, everyone's just like, "Hey, bring your DS." Like, you don't need to bring anything other than the DS.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone plays.
Right.
And you're all just racing. You're all shy guys, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And then it was a fun party game because it was easy to connect with each other and just go.
Yeah.
And then if you wanted to play online, you get these crazy Japanese kids that are like snaking on a straight path.
Yep.
And they're drafting off. And you're like, well, this is what's all this tech?
I remember because that was I think I mentioned this before. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl was the first time we used the Wi-Fi on a game.
Yeah, you mentioned this
or whatever.
Yeah,
we're just like,
are we gonna owe money?
Yeah. Is this gonna charge money? How is this working or whatever?
Yeah.
But after that, it was just like downhill. So we're just like Mario Kart,
Right.
Mario Kart Online. Get into a matchmaking. It takes like 10-15 minutes to get into a match, something crazy or whatever. You get in, there's all these names you can't even read because they're all from different countries or whatever. And like you start playing, and then there's like one random person from New York, and it's just like, New York City. That's we had a sleepover one time, and our friend Kevin came over, and he was playing it, and he's like, it was like basically like 5 a.m. We were sleeping out in the tents in the backyard or whatever. And he was basically like drunk, like because it was so early in the morning.
He was like euphoric, just that sleep deprived state. Yeah.
And he saw this guy come in from New York, and he's like, "Good morning, New York City. I give you life." I'm just like, what are you doing?
He lost his mind.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But Yeah, fun times on Mario
Yeah.
Kart.
Yeah, I played a bit of Mario Kart on the DS. I haven't played like any of the more recent Mario Karts.
Yeah, I want to get the Switch one.
Yeah.
I did play the one on what was it, Wii U or
Mhm.
whatever. Yeah, that was the one where you start getting the transformed cars or whatever and start
Yeah.
hovering around things.
The last one I really played was Double Dash on GameCube. Jeff and I played that one a lot.
I believe most people say that one is the best one.
It's a lot of fun because like the tandem riding on it's fun because like when you're co-oping, like one person's in charge of like items and drifting,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
other person drives.
Yeah, and it's I really like it because I would always be the driver, the blind driver,
Oh boy,
the blind driver.
it's like that day in PUBG
yeah, yep.
driving around.
And you know, until like more recent Mario Karts, never do what drifting did. You know,
Yeah.
other than like slow you down.
Yeah, Jeff and I knew drifting because we played a lot of Mario Kart 64.
Oh, okay.
So we kind of
gotcha.
figured out because Jeff was. I remember he was doing the time trials.
And he's just like, it's possible.
Yeah, because I remember he was doing like the first one with Luigi, and he couldn't beat the ghost. And so like we're trying to figure out all of the like the nuances of the game to beat it.
Just to
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
So you eventually learned how to drift.
Yeah, drifting and all the like shortcuts and how to beat the turns and everything.
Because yeah, I mean, like back then, like there wasn't the internet to just look up how to do something.
Yeah,
or
it's just a
whatever.
lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
Just bashing your head against the wall.
It's like, are you gonna figure it out, or are you just gonna not do it?
Yeah.
Because I never knew about like holding pieces in Tetris, which is why I still don't do it
You're
today or whatever. Because I'm so used to playing it that way.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But I think of things like Kirby's Air Ride on the GameCube, right? Never like there was all these things like you could go to certain parts of the map and it's just like, why was this here? Why was this designed? And why is it designed that you can literally run around the whole place as Kirby? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we would do. We would purposely get into cars, start off in like stars or whatever, break them, run out as Kirby, and then just dart around everywhere and explore everything or whatever in that like open world map. And it's just like looking around, it's just like there's a lot of stuff like hidden behind like buildings, if I'm not mistaken. Because that was how we just kind of played the game. I liked the racing, but my brothers didn't really like the racing in it because it was kind of finicky. Kirby's Air Ride.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
but yeah, I really enjoyed the racing part of it. So I always wanted to play that, but they always wanted to do that, so I ended up doing that a lot.
I think it was like with Pokemon for me, like when there's limited access to knowledge, it was like mystical because you just kind of guess at everything. You're trying to figure out like the different power moves and stuff.
Because there's no one there to tell you like there's nothing there.
Yeah, so it's just like a ton of trial and error. It's just like, oh, you're fighting this rock ground type. Why the hell is electric types not working?
Yeah.
So you're just bashing your head and you're just like, oh, well, this rock type can get hit. So it must be like the ground typing. It's just like a lot of trial and error and remembering the information.
I remember in like Ruby and Sapphire, right? We're running around and I don't remember how it got started, but we got convinced there was a fourth Reggie in that game.
Oh, yeah.
And there, it wasn't in that one. I think it was in Emerald or whatever, or in Diamond and Pearl.
Diamond and Pearl, they had Regigigas.
Yeah. But we were convinced that there was a fourth one there, and like there was some specific things you had to do to run into the fourth Reggie or whatever. And we were just like, where is he?
Yeah.
Where can he be? And it was like one of the coolest things ever,
It was like that was back in the day with Red and Blue. Also with the truck by the SSA, and you strength on it to find Mew. Just stuff like that. Because there's a truck over there. Just, you can't do anything with it.
Right. And what was the other one? There was another one. I can't think of it. there was one other game I'm thinking of, and there was like one big secret that we never found. I want to say it's Billy Hatcher, but it wasn't that. It wasn't that. I think it might have been in a Sonic game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some Sonic Adventure or something like that. Or it was Star Fox Assault, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh
yeah. We were convinced there was another character to unlock or whatever, and just spent time trying to like figure out like how to unlock this character that doesn't exist.
Yeah. Well, it's just like you've heard Jeff and I mention it before, but like Kirby Superstar.
Kirby
Where
Superstar.
we like 99% of like every single file, and we couldn't find that last item until the internet came out.
Oh, that's how you figured it out.
Yeah, because we 99% of like every single file like multiple times.
Right.
And we could never figure out where this last item was until
1% of the game.
Yeah, until like game FAQs was a big thing, and Jeff finally got on there and looked up a guide, and like we beat ourselves up after we figured out what the item was and like how to get to it.
Right.
So yeah, the internet helps solve mysteries like that.
So I've mentioned this a couple times. Disney and Pixar's A Bug's Life on the PlayStation 1.
Right. Yeah.
Found out there's bonus stages in that game. Never knew they existed.
Right.
I'm looking at what you have to do. I'm just like, I didn't do that. Like I was for sure I did that. I look at like the second one and I was just like, okay, I wasn't skilled enough to do that one at the time. And then I look at the third one, I was like, I never would have figured that out or whatever.
Yeah.
They all go to the same stage, but the way you have to play the stage is a little bit different each time.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I was so baffled. I was just like, bonus stages in this game I've played multiple times, you know, like over and over again, and I'm just like finally figuring out that there is more to it that I never noticed. And looking at it, it's just like it's nothing, you know. It's a little tiny circus tent arena or whatever that just bugs kind of just keep spawning in, or whatever. But it was cool to like go back and like look at it and like look how like there was things hidden there the whole time that I never figured out or whatever. I never would have expected bonus stages in a Disney game, you know. Well, I mean, like, you know, like a Disney platformer, I guess you could say.
I mean, there's just it was fun back then because you just kind of keep bashing your head against the wall until you figure it out.
Right. Because you would get frustrated and like I remember Pod Racers, Episode 1 Racer or whatever, Star Wars. When that came out the first time, I played that game the most out of me and my brothers, and I could never. I don't know what it was, but I never unlocked Sebulba, if I'm not mistaken. Which is funny because like you can do this stuff past Sebulba all the time or whatever. You can just go straight do that. And I was doing those levels, but I could never unlock Sebulba or whatever. And I was just like, man, he's like, why is he impossible to beat or whatever? And it's because I wouldn't customize my pod the right way all the time.
Right.
BakaTaka. Okay, so where you all are positioned right now is perfect. This actually sounds like really nice.
Well, it's time to ruin that.
Yeah, does that sound as good?
Good morning, Mom.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna stay here.
I mean, I can move up to it, but if I want to like sit back,
if I want to sit back, I'm just gonna take the microphone. I'm just gonna bring it in.
Does this
make noise?
What?
Does this make noise?
Go.
Does this make noise?
Yeah, that makes noise. I could actually hear your phone moving before that. I guess it was picking up on that microphone.
My phone wasn't moving.
Your phone should be on the desk, idiots.
Yeah. On the Game Boy, the X-Men fighting game.
Oh yeah.
You ever play that one?
Yeah.
Unlockable characters. Let me tell you, man. If you put unlockable characters in a fighting game, that's what keeps you like playing like single player stuff or whatever. It's just like I gotta unlock these characters, man. That's what when the Smash Brothers, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the Wii U one, or not, if I'm not mistaken. Where you just start off with all the characters or whatever. And I'm just like, oh man, this isn't like.
Yeah.
I want to go and unlock them all, you know?
I think that's what kept me in Ultimate at the start.
Yeah.
Where it's just like I
want to unlock all the characters.
Yeah, you just keep playing until you unlock everything.
Yeah. I remember like walking. I think I was walking down the street one time and I was playing Smash Brothers and I was fighting Wolf or whatever, and I slipped in the game or whatever and fell off, and I was just like, no!
Yeah, I remember that because I think I was fighting Pac-Man. Yeah, he was beating the snot out of me.
Yeah, so it's all random generated, right? Which one you fight in order or whatever.
Yeah, so
they get progressively harder.
Yeah, so it's like after a certain amount, they'll throw one at you that just has like smart AI, and it's just like this powerhouse.
Yeah.
And Pac-Man for me was smart AI, and he went to town.
And it's always whenever you're playing as the character you're not that good at playing with or whatever.
Because I was doing stuff to mess around with other characters because I normally play Incineroar, but I wasn't playing Incineroar.
Right.
And then Pac-Man came out. I was like, well, oh boy.
Pac-Man's a fun character.
Yeah, I messed around with him a little bit. couldn't get into him, but he was a different Smash character.
I always want to learn how to play Sonic because he's literally just spin dash everything.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And I like Sonic a lot, but you know, I never really played him.
That's why I play like Incineroar and Pichu and Pikachu.
I just stick with the Yoshi. The Yoshi.
Garbage low tier character.
What?
You just my
yeah. Just let him fall over. Yeah, there you go.
Back to DS stuff.
Oh right.
We're going way back there. Did you get any of the 3DSs or anything like that?
Yes, I got the normal 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
I got the 3DS XL.
Okay.
I never got the 2DS. I never got the new 3DS. I never got the new 3DS XL.
So,
but we had that conversation before where it's
Yeah.
just like, you know, you go to GameStop and it's just like, can I get the new 3DS? Do you want
Yeah.
the new 3DS or do you want to use new 3DS?
Yeah.
Or do you want a new 3DS?
Mhm.
And it's just
Right.
like, well,
It's like
yes.
it's like getting an Xbox model. You're like, I want the new Xbox. You're like, you want this
Xbox,
one, this one, this one, the Xbox X, Xbox One X Elite.
You want the Xbox One? No, I want the newer one.
Yeah.
It's just like, that is the new one.
Yeah. So you're just like, well, but I had, like I said, I had the 2DS, and then I never got the 3DS XL or the new 3DS. I got a new 3DS, but it wasn't like the XL one. It was
okay, the
so
normal new
Pokemon
3DS.
did a 20th anniversary. So it was just like a normal 3DS, but it could play new 3DS stuff,
right.
which was like one game. But anyways,
Yeah,
I
they,
got-
they sure optimized that.
yeah. So I got a new 3DS. It was the 20th anniversary Pokemon. It's got replaceable face plates on it.
Okay.
So it could be either the original Charizard or the original Blastoise from the covers of Red and Blue.
I remember this thing. Yeah.
I got that.
Nice.
Because I always wanted like I always like the consoles that are like limited editions to a game or something like that.
Right.
Like special.
And Pokemon did a lot of that.
Yeah, so they got like special plates and stuff on them.
They're like,
'Cause,
oh,
like,
it's a new Pokemon
Like
game.
the Zelda
time to-"
ones always look really cool.
Oh yeah. Where they'd be golden half the time.
Yeah, they got like gold and black, and they got like Hylian designs on them. and stuff.
Yeah.
The Zelda ones are always really, really cool looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted one of those, and I got the Pokemon one. And I'm surprised they're not doing one for the 25th anniversary. So
Yeah. I mean, maybe they are. Maybe they just haven't.
I
announced it.
just haven't seen it.
Yeah. By the time the Vita came out, that was like the only handheld I cared about
Mhm.
and stuff. Which is funny because I didn't really get any after the Vita came out,
Yeah.
other than the Switch Lite,
Yeah.
which
Right.
I haven't put much time into. But the Vita, man, like I remember playing. I started playing Killzone Mercenaries a few
Yeah.
days ago. That game's fun.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at it because I always remember it. I'm just like, well, I mean, it's kind of clunky to play shooters on it because it's just like everything feels a little stiff or whatever. But
Mhm.
once you start playing it, it's just like, man, like this is a good
Mhm.
Killzone game.
Yeah.
This is a good Uncharted game. This is an all right Call of Duty game.
Right.
This is a pretty bad Resistance game.
I remember when I first started working like last year, I think Colin Moriarty
Yeah.
was saying he was replaying Mercenaries.
Yeah.
And saying it's a really good game.
Yeah. And I wasn't a big fan of it at first because I was just like, I wasn't really, it's different characters, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And then when I'm replaying it now, I'm just like, oh, this is like a prequel and a sequel.
Mhm.
And it goes on at the same time. This is like a Lord of the Rings Third Age kind of thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
This is so cool. And like I'm playing it and everything's like, it's really satisfying when like you can go through because it's like like I said, the controls are a little clunky or whatever, but I'm playing it on the Vita TV or whatever.
Mhm.
So I'm
Yeah.
playing it on my computer screen and everything. And it's just, everything feels right about it. And I'm remembering what I really liked about the Vita and stuff. It was the fact that like these games, like until the Vita came out, you weren't playing these kind of quality games on a
Mhm.
handheld. And
Yeah.
it was great. Like I'm thinking of like Gravity Rush.
Yeah.
Like,
Gravity Rush is fun.
it's just like, man, how did this get on here or whatever? Yeah.
I remember the first time I fired up something on the Vita. I was just surprised how well the resolution looked on it.
Yeah.
Such a tiny screen because the DS always had like jaggy lines, always kind of look blurry and stuff.
The DS looked like a mid 2000s handheld,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
whereas the Vita looked like something. It looked like as if you were kind of like minimizing like a laptop screen a little bit.
Vita look like the graphics and resolution on it look very clean.
Yeah.
Very clean.
Because I remember playing things. I played like so much on the Vita. I played DJ Max on there. I played Hatsune Miku. I played like all the shooters that basically came out on there. I played some visual novels on there. I played some fighting games on that thing. Like I played like there was a lot of games that I played on that thing. And I'm just like thinking about it now. And it's why I've always referred to it. You know, this is my favorite, you know, handheld. And sometimes I refer to it as my favorite system or whatever.
Right.
But it's just more of because like, you know, what you're doing, it's just like, oh, I'm not attached to a TV, but it feels like I am. It feels like I'm playing like a kind of, I wouldn't say budget PS3 game, but a minimized PS3 game kind of thing is probably a better way to describe it.
Well, it helped at the time too because they were porting everything between the systems.
Yeah,
everything was coming out on Vita, PS3,
like
and
crossplay.
PS4.
Yeah,
so like
playing Sly Cooper remastered or the HD collection.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Jack and Dexter collection's not that good. But
I remember, I think somebody managed to, with a really good internet connection, you could stream like Persona 5 to your Vita.
Oh yeah. I was playing Battlefield 4 on my Vita.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, what?
Yeah, like you had to be like within like 20 feet of the thing.
Yeah,
and have a really good internet connection.
Yeah.
But like you could stream things to your Vita.
I was playing Battlefield 4, the campaign on the Vita, and every now and then it would just kind of like chug like just a little bit or whatever. But I was like, I'm still playing it. Like it's literally like running. I'm literally playing Battlefield 4 on my Vita. Yeah, I know it's technically playing on like the side or whatever, but like it was just so cool. And, like I was just like, this isn't practical. I'm never gonna use this, but it's kind of fun to just play around with it or whatever. You know,
it was more of this thing is like, oh, I can take this to the pooper.
Yeah.
Or like if I don't want to look at the big screen while it's night and I'm like going to bed, I can like play it in bed.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
But yeah, it's not.
It wasn't practical.
It wasn't practical. It's kind of like a VR where it's like VR right now. It's at a good spot, but it's not what it's going to be.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be so much more eventually.
I don't know how much VR is going to keep developing though. Like how fast it's going to develop.
Right. Because
I think they're hitting at a little bit of a plateau on how to develop it further.
The only way to get it further is pretty much to, I mean, keep polishing out things, but also build in more of like a set kind of thing.
I was just like the next thing you could do is like those box rides that add the extra dimension of like blast air at you, stuff like that.
Yeah, where they actually have you running.
Yeah, where like you can feel an environment around you. With, like outside,
like a 3D theater.
Yeah.
I remember those rides. Those rides are fun. Like on the Ripley's.
Yeah, a lot of them were like I remember at our local mall back in West Virginia, there was a box ride that they would put in there, and it was like a roller coaster.
Right.
And like they would like blast air at you and like
have wind going when you're like flying down,
stuff like that. The whole thing would shift and move around.
Tilt up when you're going up through a loop or something.
Yeah. So that's like, in my eyes, the next step of VR that I see.
Right.
Outside of like going full anime, like Sword Art Online, where like taps into your nerve system. Yeah. Where like completely taps into your nerves and conscious. It's just
because I think I mentioned this to you before, but I watched Ready Player One for the first time. Did I mention that to you?
No, you didn't.
No, okay. So yeah, I watched it for the first time like a few weeks ago, and it's just like, yeah, that's like pretty cool. Like how it all works or whatever. And then it gets to the points where it's just like the people in real life are doing the things, and it's just like, but it's just like, wouldn't you end up somewhere very far away if you were walking the actual distance? So how does this actually work? Is it like, do you think you're walking and then like you start walking, or like do you actually have to walk and then go somewhere? Yeah. Because otherwise it's just like, well, you're gonna hit a wall eventually.
Right. Yeah.
So
that's why you like the treadmill thing or like some weird crap where it literally taps into your brain.
Yeah, because those ones you're not locked in. You're still in the real world too, which would be very disorienting.
Yeah.
To have a split on them. I think you'd have to like literally do the dive thing.
Yeah.
For it to like work actually like really well.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're hearing things around in the room or whatever, and you're just like thinking it's coming for the game or something. Yeah. You're just like, what's going on? What's real? What's reality?
Right. Yep. VR will be cool. I'm waiting for like sound Wii, but like an actual VR MMO.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know how practical it'll be because it's like if you're actually the one swinging and things like that, like you're gonna get tired out.
Right. So I mean, they probably started off with. Well, I mean, yeah, they would have to have you actually like swinging. They probably started off with more of like command kind of thing. So like, let's say you're
you would actually just have like controller and press buttons.
Yeah.
And the whole MMO would be just like a forced perspective with the VR on.
Yeah, because like I'm thinking there is some on there which are kind of like tower defense kind of things or whatever, where you can use magic, or you can use archery, or you can use swords and axes and stuff like that, and it does work. But at the same time, you're not progressing forward really. You're just kind of like slightly moving out of the way or whatever, and like hitting them with it. And the way the magic works is like you kind of like you spin your wand and then point or something like that. Like that's how you like cast a spell or something.
I mean, I was watching some stuff like Skyrim VR.
Oh,
People go wild in that.
Yeah.
You can do some funny stuff just because you're like actually controlling like where the weapons are moving. So it's like more liberty on how to fight. But like I said, you'll get tired out fast, just kind of swinging around, because like you don't want to play a game to like exercise and work out,
right?
Like,
which is what happens when you play Beat Saber.
Yeah. So like you want to play a game just like, especially like an MMO, you're just going there to like I'm gonna grind, I'm gonna relax,
right?
I'm
right.
I'm a step away from reality for a bit.
Yeah, which I think so. I think the Quest is probably the closest to like, because of the lack of wires and everything that it has. Like the Vive has those where you can do full body tracking and stuff like that. Yeah. But if I'm not mistaken, it still has the cables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you need like a whole room setup.
Yeah. Whereas the Quest and stuff, you just take it wherever you want. You're like, I want to play this here. And I'm just, you scan the room or whatever, or scan your play area or whatever.
I think Josh from work that quit.
Yeah.
I think he telling me he got a Quest.
Yeah, and I know Jared has one. And like that seems like it's probably the closest one because of the lack of wires or whatever. And the controllers, like the quality of the thing is literally like just as good as like the PC stuff pretty much. Whatever. It's just not, it doesn't have that connectivity or whatever.
Because I was thinking of doing a Quest because I could do a thing like hook up to my computer, was set the play area in like my living room.
Right. Well, I mean, you don't need a computer for it.
You don't? Oh, because the thing is, it's a console. Yeah.
But you do need a computer, if I'm not mistaken, if you want to hook up to Steam. With it. So you basically download things to it.
Like the games I would want to play on Steam.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. How much are Quest? Are they like $300?
There's the Quest 2, which came out last year, if I'm not mistaken, last year, 2 years ago. That's $400.
Okay.
So
that's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all, because the only one that's cheaper is the PlayStation VR, and that's required of having a PS4.
Yeah.
So it's not really actually cheaper. It's just Sony making it cheaper because they're assuming you have some of this junk already.
Yep, I remember
some of the random things that you need, like the eye. Like I still had the old PS3 Move controllers from like over a decade ago. Or whatever. I think they're breaking, but I paid $5 for those things. I'm gonna milk it until they're broken. Yeah.
I might look into a Quest.
Yeah, I'd recommend a Quest because like even though like I own a PSVR and George has the newer one, and I've seen them both or whatever, I'm just like, well, it's not the best because of how the camera works. You have to be in line with the camera, and then the controllers you can't be in a well-lit room because it's not going to be able to pick up the colors of the controller.
Right.
And it's all based on you not really moving.
Right.
Kind of sitting still. The Quest seems like, hey, where are you? Go ahead and play VR.
Yeah.
So that's why I think the Quest is high. I would get a Vive probably first though, because I got a computer that can do it.
Right.
And I got the space to be able to do it. So
it's just I don't have the space to do it.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I'll probably get a Quest.
Yeah.
Because I can set my play area.
Go into the workout room.
Yeah.
In there,
yeah.
Something like that.
I'm looking to getting a Quest sometime.
Yeah. Alrighty. I think it's
time already.
Yeah, it's that time.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll sign off for this week with just us two. No Jeff. As always, on the left has been. I didn't introduce us.
You did. You just didn't do the on the left.
Oh, go on.
Yeah.
But on the side, it's your boy Erik. Over here we got
the one-eyed wonder, Chase.
Until next time. See ya.
Bye-bye. You sitting on that side or you?
I don't know. I can sit wherever. You want to sit on the side?
I was on the right last time.
That's me. Switch around.
Let me move seats.
Alright. Yoshi. Alright.